Hey everybody, it's David here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a couple Dollar Tree projects that you're not going to want to miss. So you're going to want to pick up a clear plate and a clear Margarita glass. I think you guys already know what we're doing. I also picked up some of their super glue fix-all product here. I went ahead and gave these a good wash down. I cleaned them pretty well. We're going to be gluing this upside down back to back like this. So it's just going to sit just like that. It's very elegant, so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to be putting something heavy on top of it. Alright, moving on to the next project. You're going to want to pick up one of these globe shaped vessels. Pick out two stems of your choice. I picked out some of these lavender, and then this one here is actually called Queen Anne's Lace. So I got both. I'm going to be mixing together some spackle and then some foam. So the first thing I'm going to do is decorate our jar. Just take your spackle, use your finger, and just rub it all around your jar. I'm going to give this a textured coat. Like this. So I create these lines going across the jar. Alright, so now that this is dried from the spackle, you should be able to lightly touch it and maybe a little bit of flaking, but not much at all. And I smoothed everything out with my finger. I just went like this. So I didn't really sand it down, but I just smoothed it down so I didn't have like little clumps everywhere. And then the top rim right here was just some putty. You can get putty really anywhere. Don't think this was from Dollar Tree, but yeah, I think you can get putty from Dollar Tree just like this. This was called Plumber's Putty, but it's very useful for all things, and this will dry really hard. I just went around the rim to kind of like blend the rim down a little bit better, so it gave this a different shape rather than coming up how it was. But now this is dry and it's ready to paint. So I'm going to be taking Dollar Tree's white and black and mixing those, and using Dollar Tree's brushes to paint. I will just go ahead and let this dry, and then we'll do another coat of paint. Alright, now that our project is dry, I'm actually going to go over it another time with the spackle. I'm going to be pushing it into the surface and just smearing it. Another thing I want to show you is up here, that putty area. I don't know if you guys can see that very well, but it doesn't like blend the best, so I'm going to go over it with the spackle just to blend that area in. Just like that. It looks so much better. Again, this is like super random. Alright, now we'll let this dry and do the light little sanding, dusting with our finger once it's mainly dry. Okay, so this is how it is turned out so far with that second layer of spackle. I think it looks beautiful like this. I really do. But I am going to go ahead and paint this a tan color. So I just had some leftover paint here, and I'm going to go ahead and just paint this tan color on it, and we'll let that dry, and then we're going to go outside and do dirty technique. Technique with the dirt. Aging technique with dirt. Can you see the texture that it created just by lightly putting on the tan coat? You can see so much depth in there. This truly looks like an old vessel. Probably shouldn't be messing with it too much. That looks pretty good. Alright, we'll go ahead and let that dry. And this is what I've been doing to speed up the drying time. And take a fan. Just turn it on low. It is so hot in this garage. I'm gonna need to cool off. Again, by now, our other piece It's still drying. While this is drying, I'm actually gonna go ahead and just start taking these apart. Oh, not like that. Did want to point out, it's really good to mix in your greenery. See this type of green? The color of it is different than this one. This one's darker. Now putting them together is going to make this arrangement look more real. Alright, this is dry. I'm going to take a different brush. We're going to dip into the green of the Dollar Tree painting palette, as well as the orange. That was the orange. I'm gonna mix those. We're just gonna go in here and just kind of stipple a little bit of this. This is gonna act as a moss. And we'll just stipple this and use our finger, kind of rub that in. As you can see, that creates this moss type of texture that we're going for in this. Again, that was the green and the orange. Like, this would have been sitting in outside and there's just moss all over it. And this would be random, so just feel free to put it wherever you feel. But a lot of it's gonna be directed at the bottom here. All right, we are ready to go outside and get into the dirt. Here is some dirt. Alright, so once you have that all done with the sand or the dirt, then I'm just taking my green foam and I'm literally just gonna kind of shave the edges just a little bit. I pressed it in with my thumb and we're gonna pop it in there just by pressing it down in. And it might move around. I think I am gonna go ahead and put some glue down at the bottom. Then we'll just take our floral pieces and just start pushing them in randomly. I'm gonna try and put the taller looking pieces towards the middle. And then towards the bottom, I want to make sure that the leaves are kind of like pushed around just to kind of hide the inside there. And here is our completed flower pot. This is perfect for making for Mother's Day. It is just gorgeous. All that texture on the vase is just gorgeous. And honestly, I wouldn't be able to tell if that was real or fake sitting as a centerpiece. And here is our beautiful tier tray. Literally go ahead and just put our flower pot on top and there you are. Look how elegant and nice this looks. I think it looks so good. It looks so high end. These were all Dollar Tree products. Can you believe it?
It's beautiful.
I made that for you for Mother's Day.
It even smells good.
Does it really?
Yeah, what did you put on there? The paint? I'm smelling the paint. Smell.
I don't know. It's fake. It's not real.
I know that, but I smell it must be the glue. That's
it must
beautiful.
be the glue. Probably.
Beautiful.
It's still drying. Like, it's gonna be done in 24 hours, like this piece.
Okay, well, let me just move it to the center. It looks pretty with what I already have. That's beautiful. Yes, I like it.